Americans today are remembering former First Lady Betty Ford, who died in California yesterday at the age of 93. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, mourners are signing a book of condolence at the Gerald Ford Presidential Museum. President Obama today praised Mrs. Ford for what he called her courage and compassion. From relative obscurity, Betty Ford became one of the most popular and respected women in America. CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley looks back.
Born Elizabeth Ann Bloomer on April 8, 1918, she grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. She dreamed of becoming a professional dancer, and after high school, she moved east to study under Martha Graham, the high priestess of modern dance. She earned a spot in Graham's auxiliary dance troupe, but her mother pressured her to leave the group and New York in 1941. She got a job back home in Grand Rapids, performed in her own dance troupe, married and divorced her first husband, and then met a young lawyer named Gerald Ford. They married in 1948, just weeks before Ford was elected to his first term in Congress. Ford rose to be Republican House Minority Leader, while she stayed in the background and raised their 4 children. Just as they were ready to retire, an accident of history put them in the White House. In 1973, Vice President Spiro Agnew resigned in disgrace, and Gerald Ford was named to replace him. When President Nixon also resigned less than a year later, Gerald Ford became the 38th President of the United States. The new First Lady was not intimidated by the public spotlight.
I told my husband, if we have to go to the White House, okay, I will go. But I'm going as myself, and it's too late to change my pattern, and if they don't like it, then they'll just have to throw me out.
She was vocal about women's issues. She supported the Supreme Court's ruling on Roe v. Wade, which made abortion legal, and she supported the Equal Rights Amendment. She openly discussed her breast cancer and mastectomy.
There are women all over the country like me, and if I don't make this public, then their lives will be gone. They're in jeopardy.
After they left the White House in 1977, Betty Ford faced another health crisis.
My family saw the problem, and they got professional help to come in and help them do what we refer to as an intervention.
She had become addicted to both painkillers and alcohol. After her successful treatment, she opened the Betty Ford Center in Rancho Mirage, California, to treat others with drug and alcohol addiction. The couple spent much of the rest of their lives together and out of the public spotlight. But the nation saw her again during the state funeral for former President Ford, her husband of 58 years. Through it all, Betty Ford faced the challenges of life with the grace and poise of a dancer. Scott Pelley, CBS News, New York.